Okay, we are doing our 2.5 order of operations plus mixed operations. Our I can statement is going to be I can use order of operations to simplify expressions. The order of operations tells us which order to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. The very first thing we do is parentheses. So I think some of you guys have heard this before, but we call it PEMDAS. So it's parentheses, exponents, multiplication, or division go from left to right, and then addition or subtraction go from left to right. So we call it PEMDAS because each thing is what order we would go in. So if you have something in parentheses, you always do the parentheses first. So if we wanted to simplify this expression, we would do 9 plus 3 first, which is 12, and then minus 5 times 4, which is 20, and then we can subtract, and we would get negative 8. Then we do exponents. 3 squared is 3 times 3. Equals 9. So anytime a number is squared, it's just times itself. If we have negative 2 to the 4th power, that means we have negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4 times negative 2 is negative 8 times negative 2 is 16. Then multiplication or division. You do what's on the left first. So you're going to do 12 divided by 3 first. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then 4 times 5 equals 20. Same thing here. Now the multiplication is first. That's okay. We're going to do whatever we see first. So we do 6 times 7, we get 42. Divided by 2 equals 21. Same thing with adding and subtracting. Do what you see first. We would get 29. Minus 11 equals 18. Do what you see first. 15 minus 3 is 12, plus 12 equals 24. So then, we're going to do a little bit of a longer expression, as you can tell here, and we have to use PEMDAS. So the first thing we're going to do is what's in parentheses. So I'm going to do 5 times 4 first. 5 times 4 is 20. And then minus, I'm just going to keep that 6 where it is right now because I'm just doing what's in the parentheses. And I have 8 minus 7, that's 1, plus 5 squared. Don't do anything with that 5 squared yet. I was just doing parentheses. And then I can go ahead and I'll do exponents next. So I keep my 20 the same, minus 6. I keep all of this the same. And then I'm going to go ahead and do 5 squared. Remember, 5 squared is 5 times 5, so I get 25. Next step, I'm going to multiply or divide. Not doing anything with that 20 still. So I've got 20 minus, I can do 6 times 1. 6 times 1 is just 6, and then plus 25. Then I'm going to do adding and subtracting, and I'm going to do what I see first. So what I see first is 20 minus 6, that's 14. And then plus 25. Add those together. My final answer is 39. Then we have some more practice to do. We're going to do what's in parentheses. So I'll keep my 18 divided by 2 plus 4 is 6. Plus 12 is 24. Divided by 6. Then I'm going to multiply or divide. 18 divided by 6 is 3, plus 24 divided by 6 is 4. Add them together, and I get 7. Parentheses first. I don't have to do anything with this parenthesis. It's just there because it's a negative. So I'm going to leave that one. I can do what's here. So I'm going to leave my 2 plus negative 2 plus 7 over 5 divided by 1 over 3 times 1 over 4 is going to be 1 over 12. And then I'm going to multiply or divide. So I'm going to leave my 2 plus negative 2 over here. And I'm gonna go ahead and divide these. Remember, we keep, switch, flip, then multiply across. 7 times 12 is 84. And then 5 times 1 is 5. Then I can bring back my 2 plus negative 2. Guess what? 2 plus negative 2 is just 0. So you would have 0 plus 84 over 5. We should all know that 0 plus 84 over 5 is just 84 over 5. And that's your answer. Don't worry about changing that to a mixed number. We can just leave it as an improper fraction like that. Next one, we're going to do parentheses and parentheses. Again, this one is just negative 2. I just put it in parentheses because it's negative. I can do 1 plus 1. I get 2 divided by negative 2 plus, and then negative 2 minus 1. They're both negative, so we combine them. And then I get negative 3 squared. Then I'm going to do my squared next. So I leave my 2 divided by negative 2 plus negative 3 squared. Negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. Then I can divide. So I've done parentheses. I've done exponents. Now I'm going to do multiply or divide. I have divide. 2 divided by negative 2 is negative 1. And then negative 1 plus 9. My last one is to add or subtract. I do negative 1 plus 9, which is going to give me positive 8. One last problem. We've got a word problem. It says Jordan earns $7.75 per hour. He works for 6 hours. After work, he spends $6.85 at the gas station. Then he buys 2 games that are $8.99 each. How much money does he have at the end of the day? So what's super important here is that we set up our equation right. So I'm going to start, and I'm just going to do like one part at a time. I know he has $7.75 per hour, and it's 6 hours. When we say per, that means multiply. So we're going to have $7.75 times 6. That's our first part. And then it says after work, he spends $6.85. So we're going to subtract 6.85. And then next, he buys 2 games that are $8.99 each. When we see each, that's also a key to multiply. So we're going to subtract again because he's losing more money. And we're going to say negative 2 times 8.99. And so now we've got it all. We need to solve for this. So we're going to do our PEMDAS. We don't really have anything in parentheses. They're just by itself. So we can go ahead and move on to exponents. Don't have any exponents. We'll go ahead and multiply or divide. We have to do 7.75 times 6. So you gotta go ahead and do that. We get 46.5. And then we keep this, the minus 6.85. We're not doing anything with that yet. And then we're going to multiply 2 times 8.99. We should get 17.98. Now we are good to do adding and subtracting. As you can tell, it's just subtracting. So we'll go ahead and do that. I would do these two first. Do 46.5 minus 6.85. And you should get 39.65. And then minus 17.98. Final answer should be $21.67. And that is all for your notes today.